How's it going, guys? I'm here to review Saw 3, 2006. Saw 3 takes place after the events of Saw 2, and then you are introduced to a new character named Jeff. He is a father, he is an ex-husband, and the reason why I say he's a father is because he has two kids. One of them is a daughter, and the other one is a deceased son. And of course, ever since his son died in a car crash or a car accident, because he was playing in the streets with his bike, and then of course the accident happened, Jeff wants to take revenge on the person who was responsible for his son's death. And of course the court made the guy innocent. So Jeff gets kidnapped and his daughter. And at the same time, his ex-wife, which is a nurse at a hospital, she gets kidnapped as well. So, while this is going on, of course, you still have other traps for different people, different characters, and you still have the same police, the same cops, the same detectives from the second movie. They're still trying to look for Eric Matthews, who disappeared in the last movie. If you guys haven't seen the Saw 2 review, highly recommend it. But I'm not going to tell you how or why he disappeared, but he's disappeared, and the cops are looking for Eric Matthews, and they found his son.
Live or die. Make your choice.
So going back to Jeff and his wife, they get kidnapped, and then they have to play Jigsaw's game, of course. Jeff has to go through a number of courses to save people that are responsible for his son's death. That's the game he has to play. Like, will he save the people that are responsible for his son's death, or will he still have the vengeance? That's why Jigsaw was testing him. And for his wife, the doctor, of course, her goal is to try to save John Kramer, because John Kramer has a brain tumor and he has cancer. While, spoiler alert, if you guys haven't seen Saw 2, don't watch this review, but spoiler alert, Jigsaw's apprentice was Amanda since the first film this whole time. Ever since that she survived the encounter from the first movie, her trap, she was reborn, and then she saw a different way of life, pretty much, and then she became Jigsaw's apprentice. But yeah, of course, this movie has a twist. Things always can turn out for the good in these movies, and that's all I can say about this movie. So what did I think about this movie? This movie is pretty good. It's a well-made sequel, like I said. It's kind of have the same feeling of Saw 2, but Saw 3, I can tell, like I said before in my other reviews, it gets gorier and gorier as each sequel goes. But Saw 3 is probably the goriest entry so far. Has a lot of traps, has a lot of deaths, and it's pretty much the most, not the suspenseful one, but the most heart-wrenching one, I could say. The performance is good in this movie, the story is good, the acting is good, of course, the score, the music is great in this film. I mean, come on. Saw wouldn't be good, especially without the score. The score for these films are amazing. And really, there's nothing bad I can say about this movie. This movie is just not that bad. I mean, it's directed by Darren Bousman. He was the same guy who directed the last movie. So, I mean, there's really no difference. There's really no change. The only change is it's just more gorier. You're introduced to new characters. That's really it. But the ending, I'm not going to tell you how or why, like I said, but the ending does give you like a hint, like, oh, the Saw movies are finally over, but we all know that's a lie. And yeah. This is where, yeah, like I said, I like this movie too because Jigsaw was testing Jeff specifically, the character. Like, will he swallow his pride and forgive the people who pretty much, like, who was responsible for his son's death? Will he forgive him? Will he put his pride away and try to, like, survive?
Help me!
So I would rate this movie an 8 out of 10. Pretty much the same score as the last movie, so 8 out of 10. And that was my quick review of Saw 3 2006. Please leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
Hello, America. Do you want to play a game?